The S&P 500 is breaking down right now. So in this video, I'm going to show you a setup that's occurring right in this moment. I'll show you exactly how I'm trading it using nothing but SMC, 2 simple time frames, and some very simple concepts. So if you are struggling with SMC, then this video is going to clarify so much for you. So my name is Justin Bennett, Forex trader since 2007, full-time since 2011. As always, all of this is my opinion only and not financial advice. So looking at the S&P 500 here on the 4-hour time frame. So let's run through this. Okay, so very simply, we have the market back here making higher highs and higher lows. So back here, we were in an uptrend, and all of this switched here on this break of structure above. So on the 4-hour, you can see that we did have a BOS above the high. So that's a break of structure. It means that buyers were still in control here. And what this also means is that once we had this acceptance above this high back here, so once we had this, it meant that this down here was our external low. It also meant that any close below here gave us a change of character, which we got right here. So everything changed here for the S&P 500 back here on this 4-hour change of character, because you can see since that time, we did get a series of lower highs and lower lows. Now, so far over the past few days, we have seen a gap down over the weekend. The market then rallied significantly here over the past couple of days to fill the imbalance back here. And by the way, this is something that I mentioned in Discord in real time with members. So I mentioned this 2 days ago after the weekend open. You can see here that this was the imbalance back here that I was looking for. This was also OTE. We had acceptance on a 1-hour time frame below that low. So that meant that this was my current range. So right around 6,800 to 6,820. And what you'll notice here, and by the way, these are all the trades or setups that I've mentioned in the Discord group in real time. So if you want to join us there, check out the link here on the screen. That's going to give you free access to a course, an SMC course, where I teach you exactly how I trade SMC full time. And then beyond that, you are going to have a chance to join us in Discord for my help Monday through Friday. You can ask questions in there. I answer. It's all real time. I also share my trades in there, entry, stop loss, take profit, and also trade setups like the one that you just saw. So far this month, I've had 4 trades in total. I'm in 2 of them now. They're both in profit. And the other 2 were, one was profitable, one was break even. So no losses so far this month. It's actually going really well here this week. It's been a great week of trading so far. And so this was the area that I mentioned to members at the start of the week. So when the market was back here following this gap, this was the area back here that I was talking about. So this was that imbalance, and this was also OTE, okay? So the very first thing when you're trading SMC is that you want to identify a directional bias, which you can see here from this chart that we do have a downtrend with a series of BOSs. Now, this one over here too, I do want to clarify that this here on a 1-hour closing basis, you can see that this right back here, this was very slight, okay? But this is all I need to confirm a BOS. So you can see that this low right here, this is off of that previous low. We had the market holding it here. We had acceptance below. Okay, so this acceptance, even though this was very slight, this is all I need to see to confirm a BOS. Okay, so here's how that looks. Off this low back here, that close below gave me acceptance. And what that also meant here too was that this was my new external low, okay, and that this up here was my external high following this right here, okay? So following this Monday's close, once the market gapped down over the weekend, I had a new BOS down here with the close below this area back here, okay? So once we close below, what this meant here, guys, and this is all very, very simple stuff. All we're doing here is just mapping out closes below previous lows like this, okay? So again, you get the close below, the acceptance below this area, right? Once you get the close below here, it meant that this up here is my external high. Now, what I can do from there is I can go ahead and draw out my fibs. Okay, so from this high up here down here to the low, and you know what too, I might have to actually pause this video here in a second and get into a trade. I might be in 3 trades so far with, again, the other 2 are profitable right now on the dollar CAD and also the pound, which I put on this morning. So again, I shared all of these in Discord, and just to kind of show this to you, because I know that proof is everything in this business, this was the dollar CAD trade I put on yesterday here. This was the entry. This is well in profit now. You can see the entry was 135.44. Okay, so that was my entry, shared that in real time. And then this is my GBP USD short here this morning, which you can see the entry there as well. And again, all of this was shared in real time. I mean, this is the chart as I was sharing it in Discord. Okay, so these are all shared in real time, and you can get access to that with the link in the description of this video. Also see the pinned comment. So I might have to pause this here in a minute to get into this trade a little bit different, because this video is real time. And look, somebody said in the comments, guys, I want to be clear on this. I want to take a second here, because somebody said in the comments that these videos are pre-recorded and of course they look good. And guys, a lot of these videos I'm making, in fact, 3 times a week, I'm making you videos on setups that are occurring either right now or that are setting up. So this isn't after the fact stuff. If I didn't know what I was talking about, I wouldn't be putting my neck on the line and showing you something here that's currently setting up as I'm making this video. So this right here, guys, is OTE. Okay, so we know we're in OTE. We know the higher time frames are trending lower. Okay, so that means I'm only looking for shorts, and we did get a mitigation of this imbalance back here. So what we can do from here is we can drop to a lower time frame. So right now we're on the 1 hour time frame. We can go down to a 15-minute chart, and you'll notice right here that we do have BOSs back here. So off of this high, you can see all we do here is walk it up. Okay, walk the chart up. And what I mean by that is all you're doing is waiting for the market to give you a close below one of these protected lows. So you can see back here, right? This was a BOS, this was a BOS. Okay, so if we change these here, just to keep it nice and clean, what I'm going to do is call this an IBOS because it's an internal breakup structure. In other words, it's internal to this overall structure, right? This is the 15-minute chart that we just looked at, and it's internal to this downtrend, okay? So all of these little highs and lows that you see here on the hourly are technically internal for the way that I trade. Okay, so moving back here, what you can see is that on this close right up here, we had a new BOS. Now that meant that this down here was the low that buyers had to hold, okay? So back here, what you can see is that on this BOS, this down here was the low that had to hold. You can see that we never closed below it over here, okay? So once we have the new BOS, we walk this up. We walk this up to this low right here and move this over. And what you'll notice is that here recently, let me snap it right here to the low to make sure it's accurate. And what you can see here is that, again, as I'm making this video, guys, this is live. This is not bar replay. This right here, you can see the market has given us a change of character. Okay. And look, guys, I mean, stuff like this could completely backfire on me, right? I mean, this might not work out. And this is the difference between, again, myself and a lot of other creators out there, because they are making videos that happened, you know, a trade setup that happened weeks ago. This stuff is happening right now in the moment. Okay, so I'm telling you right now that this structure here, we have BOS above here, we have the close below this low back here, giving us that internal change of character. This right here is bearish, okay? And again, all of this is occurring within the context of this downtrend. And keep in mind too, remember, off of this high up here on the hourly, down here to the low, you can see that we were in premium, also OTE. This is exactly where I like to look for shorts, okay? So everything here checks out, guys. Now, in terms of risk reward, right, let's talk about that here for a second, because if you were to get in short, right, through here, so on this close below, let's just assume that you were getting short through here and your stop loss were to go above one of these highs. Now, the conservative approach here is to put it above this high back here, right, the high of this rally. So if you did that here, right, could you squeeze out a 3-to-1 reward to risk? Because that is my minimum. And look, yours might be 2-to-1 and that's perfectly okay. And if it's 2-to-1, then you're good to go here, because you can see that we are at about a 1.9 down here to this recent low. Now, here's the thing though, within this downtrend, if we are to continue lower, then we can look at lower points in the market. Okay, so including, you know, these lows from way back here. All right, so if we look at these, you can see that we haven't come down here and tested these lows yet. And there's also an imbalance back here on this lower wick. But let's just use this low back here, okay? So these two lows back here, what are essentially equal lows back here in the market, if we use this here and drag this down, and now you can see we're squeezing a little bit more out here in that kind of 2.6, 2.7 range, okay? So for me, that would be enough, okay? Now, you could also go a little bit more aggressive and have your stop loss above one of these highs back here, okay? I wouldn't go above this high, though. I think you're kind of playing with fire if you do that. But really, you could go above this high, you know, slightly above here to give yourself a better risk reward. It's really just your call. I'm not here to tell you how to trade. I'm just here to show you how I trade, okay? So for me, my stop loss would go above this high back here. And in terms of targets, I would be looking at this low down here. However, I would also have multiple targets. I would be targeting this low down here, right? This low, and then also potentially this one down here. Because what you'll notice is that on the 1 hour time frame, we do have some sell side imbalances back here. So on this run up back here, what you'll notice is that candles like this right here, we have seen no retrace, okay? So there are imbalances here on the way down, which means that I would be taking profit on the way down as well. And furthermore too, I also have, in my case, I have a pound short on, I have a dollar CAD long on. So I do have some risk right now in the market. Both of those trades are in profit as of right now. But what I would be doing is moving something like the dollar CAD long to break even to go ahead and cover myself in terms of risk. And again, I do share all of that in real time in Discord. So looking at the S&P though, guys, I do think that, you know, if this holds up, right, as long as we're holding below this high up here now, then this is technically bearish, okay? So I am looking for a short here. Again, I have 2 trades on right now this week. They are in profit right now, but I'm also not in a hurry to short this. I would prefer to see a move up here toward an imbalance like this here, right? If we get that, then short from here and give myself a little bit better risk reward. So we will see what happens here over the coming hours. But as of right now, again, this does look pretty bearish here with that close below. Even though it was very slight, this is all I need to see to give me that internal change of character within the context of this larger downtrend. Okay, so I hope that this video helped you navigate the S&P 500. And even if you're not going to use this as a trade setup, hopefully it answered some questions that you have regarding trading with SMC. And if you do want my help with your trading, full access to the course, see my trades live, all of that good stuff, then check out the link right here on the screen, sign up to the free course, and then join Discord. So until next time, trade well. I will talk to you again tomorrow.